There was a village on the edge of the mountains where the sound of the winds seemed to carry ancient advice. There lived Aren, a curious young man with a sharp mind and a serene heart. He had everything he needed: loving parents, good teachers, loyal friends, but a silent flaw followed him like a shadow: procrastination. Whenever something required effort, Aren would say the same words: later. When his father asked him for help in the fields, he would reply, after sunset. When his mother asked him to tidy his room, he would say, tomorrow, I promise. And when his friends invited him to learn something new, he would smile, maybe another day. But the days turned into weeks, the weeks into months. While his peers moved forward, learning, growing, building, Aren remained still, believing he had plenty of time to catch up. The warnings from his parents, the advice from his teachers, nothing touched him. Until, one gray day after failing an important exam, Aren wandered aimlessly until he reached the top of a hill where old Sion, a hermit known for his mysterious parables. The old man was sitting by a fire surrounded by small hourglasses. When Aren arrived, the old man looked up and said calmly, "Young man, I see in your eyes the weight of wasted time." "Everyone says that," Aren replied, "but I don't understand why you worry so much. I have my whole life ahead of me." Sion smiled and, pointing to the clocks, began a story. There once was a merchant named Kale who dreamed of becoming rich. One morning, a traveling wizard passed through his town and said to him, "Kale, tomorrow at sunrise, I will open the golden desert for you. For a whole day, you may gather all the sand you can, and every grain will turn to gold by nightfall. But when the sun touches the horizon, the gates will close forever." Kyle barely slept with excitement. At dawn, however, he thought, "I have the whole day. I might as well have a good coffee first." After breakfast, he decided to rest a bit. A quick nap before becoming rich won't hurt, he thought. When he woke, the sun was already high. Terrified, he ran toward the desert, but stopped along the way to drink water and protect himself from the heat. Time passed, and he fell asleep in the shade of a dune. When he opened his eyes again, the sky, it was already burning orange. Kale ran as fast as he could, but the desert gates closed before him. He fell to his knees, crying out, "Just one more minute." The wind answered, "Time doesn't negotiate," and the wizard disappeared along with the sun. When Sion finished his story, the silence was heavy. Aren looked at the hourglasses around him, noticing that each one ticked slowly, unhurriedly, but without pause. "Now do you understand?" the old man asked. "Each dawn is your golden desert. Each grain of sand is an opportunity that never returns." The words sank deep into Aren. He thought of all the tomorrows he had promised, the tasks postponed, the chances lost. That night, he swore to himself that he would never let time slip away again. From the next day on, Aren changed. When his father called, he came running. When the teacher gave him homework, he did it before nightfall. He began learning music, helping his neighbors, and studying with discipline. Soon, the results flourished. His grades improved, his body strengthened, and his mind became clearer. People noticed the difference. The boy who once procrastinated was now a model of action and focus. Years later, when he became a respected man, Aren used to tell the young men of the village, "Time is the only treasure that doesn't fit in a safe. Every second you let slip away is a coin lost forever." And when someone said, "I'll do it later," he would just smile and tell the old parable of the golden desert, because what old Sion taught him that afternoon had become his deepest truth. Life is a handful of sand slipping through your fingers, and no one knows when the last grain will fall. So do it now. Live now. Tomorrow may not come, but today is still open before you, like a golden gate waiting for courage.